I swerve out. What's the moves for the night? What's the word now? What's the links? Hit me up, we could go now. I got hella pieces, she got hella features. She me hella geeked up, she be blowing shisha.
Good morning again, everybody. We're gonna get started shortly
I don't know
here.
a thing if you do not speak.
Make sure that y'all hit that like button, y'all. It's like it or not.
Tell me what you want. Don't be trying to front like I ain't what you want. I ain't here to stun, let me take you out for lunch. I'ma get you drunk, yeah, feeling on your buns. Licks in the blunt, I got ash in my cup. All these girls showing up, but I don't give a fuck. Cause you the one I want, girl, you the one I want. Girl, you the one I want. Hey, come and show me love. Shorty wanna be a rider, and I'm feeling high, I can't deny it. She a badge on
Bailey, good morning, I missed
and when
you
I
too.
seen her, man, she look fire. She got me feeling higher than the sour. So I'm trying to feel how I feel inside her. I asked her what
Tyler,
she doing,
Tiger,
she like
good
nada.
morning, y'all.
She
Joshua,
just chillin',
good
about to
morning.
get up in the shower. I said,
Now,
alright,
good
cool,
morning,
I'ma
y'all.
be there
Everybody
in an
that's streaming
hour.
on the
I
Like It
just
or
wanna
Not
live
channel, I
like a
see
Kuna
y'all.
and
Good morning.
Matata. I ain't got no time for no baby mama drama. All about my commas, my letters, no tomatoes. Always bragging what they got up in they wallet. Ain't no really telling if we let us see tomorrow. Get it on my own, I ain't really tryna bar. So I stay fly, gotta dress up in designer.
A.R. Walker, good morning to you. I appreciate that. Good morning.
Tell me what it is, what you want from me, what you want from me. Tell me what it is, don't tell me what it ain't. They try to throw salt, it just made the pressure raise. Going through a phase, gotta get myself out it.
All right,
talk
y'all.
about it, boy, they said you gotta be
It's
about
time
it.
for
So
the
I be
best
tryna
damn
face the
morning
world
show
head
that
on.
you
Front
know.
seat riding,
Like it
cruising
or
down
not,
the meadows, pedal to
it's
the meadow.
about
Cool breeze blowing down the
to
windows.
go.
Palm trees blowing trees, get that boy some hedge.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now. Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning. Your mic.
Wait a minute.
There
Good
it is.
Good morning, people. It was automatically muted, then not automatically muted. So good morning, people. Happy Friday.
Happy
It's
Friday. Happy
There's some
Friday.
clipping coming off from your mic.
Yeah,
just wanna make sure.
some static, but we'll figure. I don't know what that is. It's technology.
It's technology.
We have fights with technology pretty often in
Right.
what we do. But good morning and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth
and not care who likes it
or not.
It's still a work in progress. It's still a work in progress.
You always try to say it's working, but
Y'all ain't told me a goddamn thing yet. Y'all better
no,
let me
but
know.
you did that though, Bubba. You did
He
it
did
though.
it.
So
He
you
did.
didn't know, but you came with it, and I like that. I
He
respect
did it. He
it.
did it. He represented. Well, good morning to everyone in all the different chat rooms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Be sure to click that like, share, and subscribe button. We have, I don't know. I was going to say a jam-packed show today, but I'm thinking I'm trying to cool it a little bit today.
Because it's the day before your birthday.
Because it's the day before my birthday.
It's the day before your birthday. And you might receive something like, because you know you live in the
boondocks.
In the boondocks, so you might receive something like literally around the time of the show. Hopefully, I don't know. I really wanted to come now, but
now it's something. It's something because my wife's going to answer the door. You're not sending me any like people in the birthday cakes or nothing crazy like that, right?
Yeah, no, I wish I could. I ain't got that kind of money yet, but I could send somebody up the street. You know, Pookie them probably know somebody. But
well, this is a rated G household. G for Disney, right? That's what we got here.
Oh,
so,
D for Disney, not G for God. Godly.
God, put me on blast. Shout out to my pastor. I had a great time last week. Like we talked about that though. Last week I was able to get back to church for the first time, and the community was like, it was so good to be around human beings. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Getting back
for your birthday weekend.
No, just soon. So I'm not going out to. I don't want to be around people yet. It's too soon.
Okay. All right. Well, Well, we're talking about your birthday here. The Lord is good. The church is great.
Yeah,
but
we are going to turn up.
To turn 41.
We're about to turn up. I'm good and over the hill. So James, tomorrow night we're having the Zoom party, the patron party. If you're a patron, Twitch subscriber, if you're a patron of the Benjamin Dixon Show, or if you're a patron of Like It or Not, you are invited to my party. And if you're just cool people, you're invited to my patron party, to my birthday Zoom. It's live, and we've been doing it for a whole year now, James. Right?
You did a whole year.
Last year you did it for me, and we're in the pandemic. That was our way of not getting that's our way of not being too depressed, being on lockdown. we got together on Zooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And now people act like they don't remember Zooms. I remember when FAMU was doing their Zoom parties and taking it back to our set days.
Mm-hmm.
And the set, if anybody knows the
it's like there. the quad at Bethune-Cookman.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a memory that I will always remember. I have photos that I was screenshotting on my laptop. I would screenshot and just to remember the moments, and they came up as a memory. So I was like, dang, we was in the house and I was twerking with margaritas and Haitian rum at the same damn time.
You were no good. You were no good to anybody the next day.
Not a person.
Margarita
and I did it all again the next
rum.
day.
We have a first guest coming up in a second here. We're going to be talking about Ohio's 11th congressional district race with Nina Turner. We'll be talking about that in a minute. But James, before we go, how's Mama Gwen doing?
She's good.
She's good. She's good. She's turned up because last we talked about her, she went down to Miami. And she was going down there to party, and we never really got a report back on how the turn up was.
Man, Gwen came back, her knees were swollen up, her booty looked like it got bigger. She got a Brazilian butt. Yeah. She just went to see Dr. Miami while she was down there. Hey, Mom. Good morning, Mom and Daddy. Love y'all. Child, she had her a good old time.
Man, listen.
Mama done threw her ass in a circle in Miami.
Because the last time
circle.
Listen, the last time we had a patron party, Mama Gwen was there, and she was telling us she was getting ready to go to Miami. James, we were talking about we have to have a grit off. You and me gonna compare some grits. I'm gonna cut some grits. You're gonna cook some grits. But the last thing she said was, "I'm getting ready to going down to Miami." I said, "Wait a minute, Mama Gwen, you're going out there and turn it up." And it's good to see people getting back to some normalcy, though, right? It's good for people to be able to travel a little bit, and that's because you forgot something, James.
Oh, I forgot. I had pictures from when she was down there. Mama had on a whole two-piece.
I told you.
Daddy had on a Speedo. I was like, look at y'all wilding.
Oh, wow. That sounds like well, you know
There's
what?
a story.
They were on the beach. And you were also on the beach as well, Bubba. How was that moment for you?
It was wonderful. It was
He said he didn't want to come back.
Man, I didn't want to come back. If I ain't had to do the show this morning, I love y'all so much. I had to come back. But I wanted to stay on that beach because when I tell you,
it was
just
man,
like,
it looked like life. That's what I need to do. I need to get for my birthday. If I don't do anything else, I need to get somewhere and have some time like that, man. Of course, with the family, with my wife and the kids. Of course.
And while everyone is watching, this is the day before Benjamin Dixon's birthday, and I know that he doesn't ask for much, but because y'all know I am like the collection plate, it's his birthday. So I need you to drop your Cash App, Benjamin Dixon. David, if you know it, drop it in
No.
so that everybody can also celebrate you on today and for everything that you do. And I know that you're not going to ask for anything, but I will.
Well, you know what? So do it. I don't know if I want to drop my Cash App because I want to get a Cash App for like the Benjamin Dixon Show and the projects I'm doing there. So maybe if y'all want to just, I don't want to block my blessing either. So, but that said, let's do this first.
So David, drop that Cash App.
Hang on. Listen, before y'all do that, because we do have Tara Samples on hold. She's coming in councilwoman Samples. I want to bring her into the conversation this morning before they raise an offering for me for my birthday. Council member Samples, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Councilwoman.
Good morning, Benjamin. I'm over here waiting for your Cash App. I'm
okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Cash App like this morning.
Blessings on this good Friday morning.
That's right.
All right. I'll put it in. I'll put it in the chat room. Y'all know me. I'm not like that. You know what? Let's do PayPal. PayPal is a little more a little better for me. So I'll drop my PayPal link in the chat room. It's like and I'll figure it out. But that's not important, because what's important right now is the race that's happening in Ohio's 11th congressional district. Polling came out this week that shows that Nina Turner is, she is doing phenomenal with 50% of the vote, and the next closest candidate is down at 15%. Congratulations, because I know you're working with the campaign, you're consulting, you're an advisor. Congratulations on that. Tell us how the race is going and how and the things that you're doing to help out.
Right. Well, thank you first for having me this morning. And I will tell you, the race is going phenomenal. We are off to a fast start and a fast finish. We know that the true testament here is the voters, making sure those voters show up on election day, or even the beginning of early voting, which begins on July the 7th. So yes, our polling shows that our soon-to-be Congresswoman Nina Turner is 50% ahead in the polls, but that comes from hard work and from the work that she has done here in the vineyard, as we call it, prior to her announcing that she's going to run for Congress. We are hopeful and we are excited, but we are not taking that polling for granted. We will continue to knock the doors. We will continue to make the calls. We will continue to do the work so that we know that on August the 3rd, she is victorious in this race.
Now, Councilwoman, you're from that area. You know that area. What district? Like, tell us about your roots in that area around the 11th district.
Right. So the 11th Congressional District, when, of course, our Republican counterparts and their gerrymandering selves, when they got the district, they started up in Collier County, which is in Cleveland, where Senator Turner lives, but it cuts all the way through Summit County, where I live, and Akron is the biggest municipality in Summit County. So it cuts all the way down through Akron. I am born and raised here. I know this community in my sleep. Know that the work that she has done, not just in Collier County, but her civic work that she's done here in Summit County is the reason why people in this district love her so much. Yeah. Just for example, she and I and Representative Brandt, we went and knocked on doors this past Sunday. And I tell you, every door that we knocked on over 100 doors. Get this. Wow. She's running for Congress and she still knocks on doors. She was out there with us. We knocked on doors, got chased by a dog.
What?
Barbecues.
Come on now. Hang on. You mean, wait a minute. Senator Turner, Nina Turner's out there knocking on doors and had to run from some dogs. I mean, I know that happens, but come on. Wow.
I love it. It shows the personal, the relatability. I'm talking about out here and we getting chased by dogs. I hope y'all had on flats though, because with the head start.
Let me take it a step further. She got invited to all the fancy barbecues. Me and Representative Brent got chased by that pit bull.
Pit bull too, sis?
It was a pit bull?
On behalf, but you're doing the work.
Us for lunch and dinner.
I know you're doing the good work. Did anybody jump on a car? Because safety. Sometimes when you're running from the dogs, you got to look for the nearest car. Jump on the car. It's just me. It's just me.
No, not at all. Like I'm thinking about
you.
No, listen.
I about ran Representative Brent over running from the dog.
Listen. You will see. You ain't never seen a big dude move as fast as I will move when the dog come chasing me. You'll find me.
Likewise.
You'll find me trying to scale a fence. I have no business trying to scale. So I'm glad you guys are okay. And you're out there doing this important work. And I appreciate you contextualizing, because you can't just show up and get 50% just because you have a national name. You get that because you have some local grounding there in the area. Talk about Senator Turner's work in that area.
Right. So you have to think Senator Turner was on city council, and prior to city council, she worked for Mayor Michael White, who was the mayor of Cleveland for quite some time before she even went to Cleveland City Council, and then on to the state Senate. And then take it even a step further, she ran for Secretary of State here in the state of Ohio, run against probably the worst Secretary of State in the country at that time. And she put in the work, and because of the work that she has put in, even prior to becoming a national co-chair for Senator Sanders, she had already done the work. So knocking on those doors, and when I tell you every door except for one person who was still undecided, out of all those doors, everyone said, we know her. Oh, that's our girl. We went to school.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has done the work, and it is showing by every door that we have knocked on. So we are confident as long as our people show up, she will absolutely be victorious in this race.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then to having you, Councilwoman, it seems like right by her side. It's like, having people that are like-minded around you and pushing for you, and you give that same exact energy. You were saying like it cuts right through Akron. I hope I'm saying that right.
Akron.
But Akron, thank you. Don't get me together, people in Ohio. I'm learning too. But I know that LeBron James come from there. And so we know not only do you guys have in that area LeBron James, but then you also have Senator, Nina Turner. I'm talking. This is huge.
Power.
It's powerful in that area, and I really hope that people take the examples that Nina Turner is doing and apply that to their own areas outside of that. I think Florida needs a little bit of something. Florida ain't got nothing like that.
We need some of that down in Florida and in Georgia. I want to let me ask you this. In terms of the race right now, particularly because of a lot of attention being given to her because of her work with Bernie Sanders, and you've outlined how she's done the work there locally. Could you talk about like how she's balancing that? Because it seems to be like there's a group of people who want to dismiss her because of her work for Senator Sanders and his presidential campaign. But not only was she an asset to him, but she's been an asset to that district since she's been out here working.
Absolutely. And she has taken Cleveland everywhere with her when doing that work. I think it's unfortunate that when you elevate yourself, there's some people who aren't happy with your elevation. And it's unfortunate. The work that she has done will not just be beneficial to the 11th Congressional District. It's going to be beneficial to the state. It's going to be beneficial to this nation, because those relationships that she has fostered and formed across this country, when she gets to Congress, she's going to be able to walk in the doors and have conversations with people that some of our current congressmen and women aren't able to have. And that's because she has done the work locally and nationally. And that national footprint that she has made for herself and for the district and for her city and for her hometown, it is going to speak volumes when she gets to Congress. She's gonna be able to show them better than she can tell them when she gets.
All right.
So one last question, because I don't want to hold you too long, but I'm curious about her, how you see this unfolding. And this is what I mean. I think there's a lot of people who like to dismiss, and I got a little baby here running here. Go close the door, Jeremiah. Thank you. And he would come in here without any pants on, perfect for an internet moment. But no, seriously, I think this is what I want to kind of get at with Senator Turner, because she challenges the system.
Yes.
And it's not easy being a Black person who challenges the system, let alone the Democratic Party. But she's definitely a voice, and she's working through the Democratic Party. Talk about the kind of powerhouse that she would be in Washington, D.C.
Wow. I can't wait for that day to see her take the floor and have to, have those conversations with Manchin, who's a Democrat. We need someone who can have those honest conversations with our party and being honest and unapologetic about it. Does not mean that you are not, a part of that party. You just got to hold people's feet to the fire, regardless of what party you come from. And that's what she is going to bring to that. We want some honest truth tellers, not puppets in DC.
That's it.
That's what she's going to be.
Absolutely. Councilwoman Tara Samples, thank you so much for coming in and filling us
Yes.
in. And listen,
Thank you.
when she
Absolutely.
wins, we want to have her on the show, and I want to have you back on the show.
So we can have
Absolutely.
a really magical moment, and then we
Right.
kick Ben off, and then be me, you,
Yes.
and Senator
Yes. Black
Congresswoman
Girl Magic
Nina
all day.
Turner.
Okay, I'm for it.
Okay.
All right,
You
listen.
be playing all the music. I mean, we need Chaka Khan in the background. We need like some old school Anita Baker. We need all of that, and then we're gonna
I
run
would-
it real to
I
some
would
new,
love
some new
that.
music.
Put all three of y'all on screen, me and Ben in the background. Let
A
y'all
celebration.
have a
A big celebration.
I need to
got
take a
all
day
of
off
it.
anyway.
Put me on screen.
Absolutely.
Got all the
I'm
music.
here
I
for
would
all
love
of that.
Hey, thanks so much, James. Let's take a little quick break. I know we have a whole lot of names to catch up on. When we come back, we have a lot of stories to cover, and we have another guest coming on. We have to talk about some of the intricacies that's going on in the just all the way around conservatism versus the Democrats. We more likely than not after this.
Good morning again, people. It's about to go down, so let's get ready. Whole lot of names to read this morning. So when I go away for a day, man, y'all break the internet. So here we go. New patrons for Wednesday and Thursday. We have Robin L, Nate L, Rylan B, Nate L again, who joined the Lion and the BPD Patreon. We have Luke K, Lacey. We have I Always Shine. Come on, I Always Shine. I feel that. Sheila R, Travis F, Laura Estrada. Good morning, Laura. She increased her pledge. We appreciate you, Laura. Sam McKinney increased their pledge. Our new Twitch subscribers. Monkey Daddy Gaming, subscribe with Prime. Sankofa CSD, subscribe with Prime. Mimosa Dragon gifted 3 subscriptions. We have JN Lee 1981 who gifted 1 subscription to Fastest Killer. We have Ellinger 88 who gifted 1 subscription to Ginger Snap. Platinum Yeti, I had a funny Ginger Snap joke that I have to tell y'all later date. Jungle Cruise, whole story. Platinum Yeti gifted 2 subscriptions. And all of the above on Twitch resulted in a level 2 hype train. And if you don't know what a hype train is a supersized celebration when community members, such as yourself, unite to support a streamer they love. It challenges the community to reach epic levels of hype and rewards participants for keeping the train on track. So shout out to y'all for that. Hype train level 2, man. That's some good stuff. Appreciate y'all. Butternut Squash 3281 resubscribe for 1 month. We have Siscat resubscribe for 1 month and commented Buenos Dias from Ashland, Oregon. The Chicken Fried Dragon resubscribe for 1 month. We have and commented good morning. Chicken Fried Dragon also gifted 2 subscriptions to Waxing Philosophical and Renieritis. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Still love you though. Arachno Zach subscribe. Moose Soup cheered 300 bits. NZ Cassie cheered 1 bit. And Mimosa Dragon cheered 100 bits. Woo! Boy, I'm tired. All right, so we thank y'all so much for joining. Maybe I'll go away again, see how many more patrons you get when I leave. Yeah, might do that. Or I'll stay and see how many more patrons you get while I'm here. There we go. So if you have not already, if you need to, you want to, you definitely want to, join patreon.com/likenitnot, patreon.com/likenitnot. Become part of the family, y'all. Y'all already family. Go on ahead and commit to it. You know you want to. And also make sure that you subscribe to the new YouTube channel that is Like It or Not Show. You can do tinyurl/like it or not, tinyurl/like it or not. And also don't forget to follow us on our Instagram and Facebook at Like It or Not Show, at Like It or Not Show on Instagram and Facebook. Bubba is out of breath, so he is going to play you at least 1 track before we get back to that, the news. Here we go.
Time goes by and yet I wonder
Good morning again, Mom and Daddy. Love y'all so much.
You still loving the game? I know I don't. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free.
All right, y'all, real quick, before we get back to it, want to read a few of these super chats, man. Boy. Infinite Content said, Rebecca's going to send you a FAMU sweatshirt, man, in background. Don't be deluded by what it's going to be hitting for. LOL. Jam Tomb on Twitch says, good on you, Rebecca. Force him to take the love. Amber Layla, drop your Cash App and stop being bashful, Ben, and send 50 stars. Brother Chuck Diesel, happy pre-birthday, Brother Ben. Thank you for keeping us sane over the past year. Antoine Simpson, happy pre-birthday, Ben. Welcome back, Brother James. Hope your trip was a success. Yes, it was. Hello, Rebecca. Looking as beautiful as ever. Looking as beautiful as ever. Happy Friday, like it or not, fam. Woo. All right, y'all. That is it for me. More like it or not, let's get to it.
Come back, David. There we go. I was like, bro, where we at? Appreciate all the love, you guys. I dropped
It
my.
was like a hard cut, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready either.
We'll
it was
smooth
like,
it out.
It was like no, because I was here with it. You know, I was right here, and then I was like, oh.
You looked up and
I
there
heard
we were.
Ben's voice, David. I was like, oh.
So I went ahead and dropped my PayPal in the chat.
Good job.
And then you go. Feel free to do
drop him them birthday coins. It's like a virtual pinning, right? Yeah, so exactly. When they have that little pin on them, and then you just pin them up. And if we had drinks, we would get them all drunk, you know. But
it is Friday.
It's Friday, so. Yes. Well, no, not yet. Maybe towards the end of the show, but yeah, definitely, because I got a bottle of wine that needs a cracking. Needs a reason, but
Look, let's talk about some national politics for a minute. I have another guest coming on in about 10 minutes, and we're going to dig into some of the intricacies of it. But on the top level, David, I want us to run that clip. Run the first clip that you had. And I want us to talk about this because, well, it wouldn't be the show unless we cover some national politics. Let's take a look.
Okay.
No, not that one, David. Drop that one. Go back to the other one. I think the healthcare one.
And then we're going to talk about what the feasibility of that happening.
Well, before we go to break, though, I'm going to add that I think any Medicare for all, any government-run health care is now dead, because you look at Tony Fauci, and who would want some spotlight-seeking, power-hungry career bureaucrat who's some fame floozy deciding who gets to live and
people
who
without
dies.
Insurance would still prefer that.
No, they wouldn't.
No, that's the emergency room, Jessica, please.
Yeah. We all have health care in this country. Up next, America under attack.
I think she thought that was funny. This is Fox News, The Five, and they're discussing, this is their argument, that because Anthony Fauci has, quote unquote, done such a bad job that now everyone should be really clear about why we don't need Medicare for all. They're doing a 2, 3, 4 for one right here. They're stretching it really thin here, but it really just speaks the volumes to the ignorance of their audience, because they buy these ridiculously dumb arguments. It makes, first of all, you got to, for this to even work, Rebecca, you have to go underneath the assumption that you agree that Anthony Fauci has done a bad job. Now, Anthony Fauci, I wish he would have done more underneath Donald Trump, but he kept trying to be, the good consultant. Like he didn't want to be fired and not be able to do the job that he needed to do. So he played along with Donald Trump. But I don't see him. It doesn't make sense to me that they're trying to sell him to be a failure when he's helping us actually kind of recover from the 400,000 people that died underneath Donald Trump. What do you think?
This is dumb. The emails didn't show anything crazy. Like, let's be honest. this man was doing his job. Now, as far as him under Donald Trump, you know, we all thought maybe he should step up, but he kind of gave off one of those like timid vibes when it came to being on camera and in the media. But behind the scenes, he was still trying to do what he could to let people know about what was going on while Donald Trump was trying to push the information to the side. I think that's what we should focus on. The Five and Fox News are focused on the email gate, which isn't a gate yet, but they're trying to make it an email gate. They're trying to make it a controversy that it isn't. You know, I looked and I didn't.
It was nothing there.
It was nothing there. You know, so I honestly don't know why, and this is why they're doing the and it's kind of, and I can't lie, it's kind of what we did in the beginning with Donald Trump. When anything that would happen with Donald Trump, it could be the smallest thing and it could be nothing. Right. We would cover it. And I mean, I was forced at the time to cover it. But in a way where it was just satire and it was just like, hey, you know, let's just we don't need to be doing that anymore. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's real.
You can get caught up with it.
Yeah. Like this kind of like, is this saying we can't put too much attention on the emails, right? When it comes to Dr. Fauci. There's a lot of other things that we could probably discuss.
That's what Republicans specialize in.
Do. Yes, and they will definitely hone in on that. And which we saw, they made a joke about.
They know what's in their emails. They know they know the reason this works for Republicans because they know they got a whole bunch of email trails of all the stuff they done hooked up with their mistress through emails. They done done their own little drug deals through emails. So they assume if you just say emails that everybody in the country is going to be like, oh, wait a minute.
Because of how they did Hillary. Exactly. So they're like, oh, email. Let's use the email because you know how we used email back then. Remember what it did? Let's use emails today. Okay. That's exactly how they did it.
What's in y'all emails? What's in your emails?
What's in your email?
No, I'm coming to you. Jane, let's go to you first, man.
Oh, I thought you were giving me the commercial with Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, no. Now don't tell me don't say anything that you don't want on the internet for the rest of eternity. So but just kind of, you can, like, if somebody were to go through your if you were in email gate, what would it be about?
Mine would be good. It would be too much shopping from Amazon.
Okay.
And that's about it.
But that is a controversy in our crowds because we don't like Amazon around these parts.
I know.
But you're not the only one. You're not by yourself.
I was like, people acting up on the show today. Talking about Amazon. I don't like Amazon either, but Amazon be
I don't like them either. But it's funny flying out yesterday. They got whole Prime jets. I'm like, it's a whole fleet.
Yeah,
Amazon Prime jets.
I hate. Dang, don't tell me that. That means just come in less than 24 hours to the crib.
Yeah.
Anywho, y'all,
listen, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that Amazon has a monopoly on e-commerce. And they can break all the rules and get all the benefits, and still their CEO Jeff Bezos gets a bailout of his space company. He got all this money, and the American government about to give him $10 billion to bail him out. This man I need a bailout. Okay, Rebecca needs a bailout. James needs a bailout. The American people need a bailout. But that's why you see jets up there, because they have an unfair monopolistic monopoly on e-commerce, and the government just gives them what they want. But that's a whole different conversation for another day. Joining us now is Mary Angela Perna. She is a podcaster. She has her show, but she is definitely well versed on some of these intricacies of the stories that we were talking about, Rebecca. Mary, how are you? Thanks for joining me.
Hey, Mary.
Oh, thanks for having me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
yes, and we can see you.
Hear and see you. It's good for you to. Thanks for joining us. I
put makeup on.
and you look beautiful. And you look. Why do all the women who get on the here be like, put makeup on to get on this show? Okay, I put makeup on this morning at
Rebecca, because you becoming all dolled up. You becoming like you becoming beat with the earring. Like that's
because I have to be here all day. But I understand every woman who comes on here and says it, because it's like we rolled out of bed and we put makeup on.
We went through all this. to get up
For
this early
for
to
you.
talk to me.
And thank you, Mary, for it. You look beautiful.
So Mary, listen, we had an interesting conversation yesterday, and part of me wishes that we could have recorded our conversation yesterday itself, because it really kind of captured the fights that we have going on multiple levels, on the international level, on the American political level, and even all the way down to like the Twitter beefs that happen.
Right.
And while I don't use the airtime here to talk about those Twitter beefs, I think we see it reflected in national politics with Steve Bannon and the kind of power that he has, the kind of moves that he's made, but also the agenda that he has. Like, talk about it from your research and all your, digging into these issues. These Republicans, the conservatives, aren't playing around with us right now.
No. No, and I think that, look, I come from the Bernie left, and regardless of who you supported in the primary this last round, I'm on the left. I mean, my show reflects that. Look at my guest list. But in the last year and change, I really focused in a major way on Bannon. And I watched he has a podcast on War Room. I've watched it every day. It's on 6 days a week. And so it became like, because it was the pandemic and everything else, I saw what he was doing. And I had people on my show that are experts on right-wing, like Jared Holtz and Will Sommer and David Nyward. I could go on. So I became very invested in what are they doing? What is the problem? What's going on here? So what Bannon is doing, he went to Europe and got kicked out of the White House. And he tried to do what he calls a nationalist populist movement. Working with Marie Le Pen, working with Viktor Orban, trying to put up war rooms all around like the EU, because they want to break up the EU. And Breitbart London had the person that was in charge of that, working for Bannon, was working with Nigel Farage to have Brexit. So this is global, and it's very much about America. Now we're a two-party system. But what he's doing, he was a part of Stop the Steal. Every actor that you see was a part of that insurrection. I don't know why Ali Alexander is not behind bars. I don't know why the Women for America First, Amy Kremer and Kylie Kremer. I saw that stage of 1-6 a week prior. What, am I psychic? No, it was on Bannon's show. So every major player went on Steve Bannon's show. This is why the left needs to care about this. So what they're doing is they took the Stop the Steal. Now it's become these fake audits and trying to pressure GOP-controlled state legislatures. You guys, we have to care. On the left, we cannot even talk about Medicare for all until we get this under control. They're going after voting rights, and it's a problem.
Let me jump in there real quick,
by the way,
because and that last part is critical. They're using populist language to undermine our ability to have any say in this democracy. And if you want anything done in this democracy, including Medicare for all, we cannot take our eyes off the ball of what people like Steve Bannon is doing, because he's playing for keeps. He's playing for the whole thing. You said it, and this is where the international relations, like the global level, comes in, because he's not trying to do this just for America. He's modeling this, and he's joining in with other factions across the globe that are what I saw someone on Twitter say it, and it was perfect. It's a pan-reactionary movement. It is a movement across the globe of conservative far right wingers who want to seize power and to roll back the clock because they don't want liberal democracy. They do not. And when I say liberal democracy, to everybody on Twitter who just lost their minds, liberal democracy is an international relations term. It is a way that we understand the current power structure of the day, right? But if you say liberal,
Western, the way to do it is you say democracy with like a small d. Like, just say it like that.
Democracy with a small d. Right. That way they don't dig in there and say, oh, he said liberal. But that said,
a neoliberal sellout. Yeah.
Right. But while they're screaming neoliberal sellout, Steve Bannon is forming a right-wing coalition across the globe, a pan-reactionary movement. And all of these people that he's aligning with, they don't want what progressives want. Or do they?
Bernie Sanders wants. And by the way, when he's pressed about, Ari from you went on a show on MSNBC I implore people to go look at this. It's a 1-hour interview with Bannon about 2 years ago. So do you remember the only piece of legislation that Trump passed was those tax cuts? Okay?
That's right.
You want to talk about
2017.
trickle down? That's the
Yep.
classic rate. That's neoliberalism. If you want to talk about on steroids, all right, was those tax cuts in 2017. So obviously that kind of, so for all of Bannon's, we're the blue collar party and populism, and I'm fighting for the little guy. So Ari from MSNBC, he presses him on it, like he pushes back. Now, if you're going to have Bannon on, you don't do a softball interview. You go
right.
after him, right?
Right.
So he presses him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you square this with your populist rhetoric and your, like he says he likes Bernie Sanders. That's something Bannon would say. And so Ari really pushed back, and he has when he's pressed, just like all of them, just like a Josh Hawley, just like Tom Cotton, they have no answers
They
because
fold.
there are no answers.
Right.
They're using populist blue collar language to try to appeal to like a Sanders left. And the thing that you hear all the time, well, Bernie used to be against immigration. These people are nationalists, so you understand.
Yeah.
Bernie did say some things on Lou Dobbs many years ago, but Bernie Sanders is not for what we're talking about here at all.
At the core of it, if I could push the conversation a little further, at the core of it, it's the idea, Rebecca, this comes back to our conversation yesterday.
Bipartisanship. That's where I was going. I was waiting for you to let me in there real quick. And I was like, that's all it sounds like.
It's the reaching across the aisle, but you're reaching, you're not bringing them to us.
Yeah.
You're taking us to them.
You're reaching with short arms. There is nothing that you really want to do. You're not really trying to help or assist. You're using, like she said, a certain type of language to pull in, pull in a certain type of folks, so that when they say, "Oh, well, he did say he liked, Bernie Sanders, and he
must be okay."
Right.
Yeah. And this is Steve Bannon that we're talking about.
Right.
And he also did say that he liked this certain person, so it must make them bipartisan.
Or in this case, Rebecca, they say like we like socialized healthcare, we like Medicare for all. We want a safety net.
So that means that I'm for the people.
And then he doesn't.
Exactly. Well, they use that language. They use that language to pull in people who, on the left, they start making the arguments for them. Like, oh, you got the Glenn Greenwalds who are now saying that Steve Bannon is a socialist.
He's a socialist. Is a socialist, right?
Right. But unpack it from there, because it is, to me, it's part of the same thing. What Steve Bannon is doing is very similar to what the Republicans are doing. Well, actually, what Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema are doing. Right?
People on our side are doing.
I was just about to say.
Go for it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Ben, when you and I talked off air, and I've been much more. Right now, we're a two-party system, and all you third-party people, it ain't happening anytime soon. I've been pushing back on this for years. So right now we have one party. Don't believe me, go look for yourself. We have one party that believes in Alex Jones level, stop the steal, the election wasn't real. They're going after on the state control. They're going to make it so it's hard to vote. They're undermining democracy. And then we have a democracy party. I'm not pushing, as I'm this DNC apologist. It's not about that. It's about our democracy is in peril. And if we allow people to get confused, not be involved on you got to vote. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you have to get involved. There's a ton of outside groups like Fair Fight is doing amazing work. Yeah. Get involved. And I'm sorry, Ben, I want to address what you specifically asked.
Well, no. What I was specifically asking, and actually, I think you're getting to it. And the point is that the games that are being played at each level is the same game of bait and switch, right? We've gotten and go back to the 3 shot for me, David. We've gotten baited and switched by Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. We are getting bait and switched by people who think we should.
Right.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so Kirsten Sinema, I'm going to quote my mentor, and you can call me Estella at all you want, anyone's hearing this, but Randy Rhodes, I've loved forever.
Oh yeah,
and
Randy's great.
I first heard about Bernie Sanders from her. I first heard about Bernie Sanders from her show, by the way, 100 years ago, probably about way more the first primary. And the first time I heard the word oligarchy was on Randy Rhoads' show with Bernie Sanders. Okay.
Yeah.
She's a big Bernie Sanders fan. So Randy says last night, she says, Kirsten Sinema's trolling us with those outfits and what she's doing. And I laughed right out loud. Is the girl trolling us? What is she doing? She used to be in the Green Party. Did you know that? Like,
yeah. She used to pretend like she was, and this is the part of the left. This is the part of the left that I have an issue with, because she was a so-called progressive. She was a so-called leftist in the Green Party, and then she jumped right over, and now she's defending the right wing. She literally stood there with John Cornyn yesterday and had a press conference with a Republican as to why she was going to help the Republicans protect the filibuster. Like, so she's literally over there calling it bipartisanship, but she's really betraying us. She's there on their behalf. Go ahead.
It pays, Ben. It definitely pays for her. See, if
she gets the clout that she needs
everywhere that she's jumped, and then we look at the other side of people who are considered activists in the movement for whatever party, and we look at people that look like us. We talked about what's her name yesterday, Candace Owens, who started being like with a progressive and
with
very
the lawsuit from the NAACP, right?
And now she's super Republican and she's super strict on these conservative ideals, and it's like, why? Because it pays, right? And because she's a token person. And we have the same thing for Kirsten Sinema. She has to make sure she protects her investment, and whatever this is how this is gonna benefit her. That's what matters, and not the seat that she's sitting in that's supposed to be for the people.
Right.
So that's exactly what
Mary,
I got news for you. Yeah, hey, Senator Sinema, if you're listening, I got news for you. Senator Manchin is in a much, like, if you're looking at the Cook report, I have candidates on, I got to look at these things. You're talking the difference between his states and Arizona is night and day. She's only been in there for 2 years, and I've got news for you, Senator Sinema. You're not safe. You're in a purple state, blue. I don't know what else to tell you.
She thinks she has a seat.
That's not Mary saying it.
Right. Listen, she believes that she has a seat for the rest of her life, and she's going to be in there and be the nice, well-seasoned, old, senator who's been there for she's out of here in 4 years as soon as we can get her up. Mary, Angela, Perna, we got so many stories that I would love to talk to you about. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Bye, Mary.
So yeah, I wanted to, James, hey, good to see you, man. I wanted to bring her on because there are intricacies in there are things in this movement that get complicated and easily dismissed, and I think she's pretty good at she helped me understand a lot of that. So anyway, let's do this. We have a couple more things. It's Friday out, and I want to relax. I don't want to argue too much more about about Republicans, and it's almost time for the after party. So I'll let y'all decide if we're going to stay in the public party or the after party. James, Rebecca, I'm done. I've done what I come to do.
It's your birthday. Look, you can do whatever you want to. Okay, you can do whatever you want to. But what? It's my party. I can cry if I want.
Okay.
That's right. Where is that from? Who sings that? Why do I know it?
Some old 50s singer.
You may cry too if it happened to you.
You sound like you're about to do it in Creole. No, it did. It really did. I know. I thought maybe you could just you can't drop it in Creole real quick.
The words would be different. The syllables would be off.
Okay, all right, never mind.
It's like BTS trying to sing "Up" by Cardi B in Korean. It wouldn't work right.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
I can see that too. And every time you say "Up" by Cardi. Okay, just drop it.
Wait now. Wait a minute. I want to make sure that that's safe for work. Now, if it's not safe for work, we'll cut it and we'll go to the after party. Make sure what we got. What were you about to say, Rebecca? You about to say something else? If not, we could take 5.
Okay. I'm trying to read and make sure that video is good, just in case we can just end with it and head over to the patron party. Yeah. The patron party, which is strictly for our patrons. It's like a VIP club, and if you are not a patron, definitely you would love to be. You need to be. And
listen, let me say thanks to a couple people who sent how do I go and
coming
look?
Through?
Yeah.
Look, the PayPal is coming through. Send him.
Thank you. Amanda sent $4.20. Duly noted.
420. Gotcha.
Shelby Hall, thank you so much. Kevin Reavers, thank you for that gift. Hang on. Ronnie Angel and Samantha Kinney, thank you so much, all of you, for sending gifts for my birthday. Now, that's my way of saying paypal.me/Benjamin P. Dixon. If you want to send me some love, since y'all made me do it,
No, I didn't make you do it. I did it for you because you didn't want to do it. So
You're right.
we got to make sure that you are set and you are good. I don't know why my delivery hasn't come yet, but it is what it is. We're gonna party anyway.
It'll be here. It'll be here by tomorrow's Zoom birthday party for me.
Yeah, it'll be here this morning, but it'll be here for your background in your little party.
Okay.
But
I have no idea what it is, but somebody said it's something from FAMU. So
I wish I thought about that, and I wish I literally I'm not that clever, right? You know, so I wish I thought about that. So infinite content. Yo, man, that was a good idea, and I should have did some real stuff like that. But no, I think we should definitely take it to the after party. If you are not a patron, definitely take it over to
patreon.com/like-it-or-not
and become a patron today. And if you are not subscribed to our Like It or Not channel on YouTube, because we are going to be taking the channel solely over to that
and you know what I can do? I'm going to send David, drop the link in Slack again. I know you already did, but the link to the after party in Slack, and I'm going to make sure anybody who sent a PayPal, I want to make sure that you have the link. Even if you're not a patron, my way of saying thank you is I'm going to email you back the link, and you can come to the patron party today. You can come to the after party, and you can come to the party tomorrow night. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna shut up. Rebecca, you can take us out of here. I need to go get some ice.
Yeah, go ahead and get some ice. Again, you guys, anybody who is not a patron and wants to be, definitely get over to patreon.com/like-it-or-not and head over to our Like It or Not YouTube page and become a subscriber right now. Share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because we are taking it over there, okay? And it'll solely be over there. It'll still be presented by Benjamin Dixon.
Correction. It is over there, but it's already public, so all you got to do is go over there.
Just go next door, y'all.
Yeah, just go next door.
We are
going to shut it down on my channel. We want to shut it down on all of my channels, and everyone who wants the next half, go over to the YouTube channel and go to the Like It or Not YouTube channel. It's in the descriptions. That's it. Rebecca, James.
Yeah, so Ben is always going to cut me off. He don't like to not be working. Go get your ice for your throat. And everybody else, let's take it to the after party. James, take it away.
Say it again, say it again. You're saying you're sorry, so say it again. Only you can make my world go black. Say you love me, then you take it back. Say it again, say it again. You want my forgiveness, so say it again. You're my thunder of my darkest night. You just can't go back and make it right. 'Cause it's too late. Your time is up. Damage done and now it's stuck. Yeah. 'Cause it's too late. You roll the dice, and now you have to pay the price. Yeah. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. I'm in a better place now. I'm not gonna worry, no. I'm not even sorry. You're gonna be the lonely one. Say it again, say it again. You're saying you feel bad, so say it again. Only you can do that. My heart was open wide. I could feel it breaking deep inside. 'Cause it's too late. Your time is up. Damage done and now we're stuck. Now your perfume stuck on my shirt. 'Cause it's too late. There's an empty left in my bed. I don't know about you, but put you first. I got some new stars. They're all dead. First you were in, then
want your time. I just want your time, oh, oh.